Hi, this is Miriam from the Schitzo-Cookie channel, and this is my wrap-up video of the comic books that I've read in July. And I think I read 17 books this month, so I have quite a lot of books to talk about. The first one that I read was Gotham Academy, Volume 2. The art has changed a bit, so it was a new artist in the beginning. I think the art is great. It looks really, really nice, but I was kind of missing the original style, even though this is really pretty. I like this, like the art, but I think I didn't really like all the blurry effects in the coloring. But other than that, it's cool. Fortunately, they actually got the original artist back, so I think they like mixed and jumped from one of the artists to the other. But mostly it's made by the original artist, so that's good. The story was a bit, I don't know how to explain it, like, it was not as easy to follow as the first volume was, I think, so it was a bit jumpy. And I liked the first volume much better than this one. I wasn't that impressed by the story in this one at all, so I will see if I will read volume 3. I probably will, but I was a bit disappointed in this one. And after that, I read Hawkeye Volume 1 and Hawkeye Volume 2, and this is one of my new top favorite series. The art is just so cool. It could have been like old school style, but it's drawn by David Aya, by the way, and I don't know, his style is so cool. It's really different, and I think it works with the story and with Hawkeye really well. And I like the simple design with like just a few colors on each page, and it's and all the thick lines and everything, and the characters, and yeah, I don't know, I think it's so cool and unique, and it's really, like I said, really fitting with the story. Then here they changed the artist for a few issues, and I didn't like that style at all. It's sort of the same but not, and that just puts. This one is more old school, and I don't like that style. But Aya's art is just on point. Every issue, every page is just perfect, I think. But this is really not. This is just, I don't know why, but I think this style is boring, even though it's quite similar. And Aya's art is just amazing. So, yeah, I'm hoping, or I'm glad that they kept using his art in the second volume as well, because that one is. They got back to normal with his cool and on point art. Yeah, and I thought it was so funny in this one, the first volume, where they like had a gang that kept saying bro like all the time. It was kind of annoying, but still fun at the same time. The ending and the twist, or the reveal of something, I'm not gonna say what because I don't want to spoil anything, but in this first volume I really didn't get what the fuss was about, because it seems to be happening all the time. I can't discuss this because I can't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but I still, if you guys have read it, maybe we can discuss it in the comments without spoiling anyone. I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me, because like I said, I think it seems like it's happening all the time, like the ninjas, and yeah, I can't tell you anything. Anyway, and then, yeah, like I said, I read volume 2. I really love Kate, and I love the scene where she's in a dress and high heels and everything, and then she's supposed to run after a bad guy, and then she takes her heels off, and just that little thing just made me so happy, because who would run in heels if it's something this important? So I thought that was like a nice touch, and I really liked the character designs of all of his girlfriends and his friends that are girls. They're so cool. And the issue where everything takes place from the point of view of his dog, that's just, Oh, that's just so clever. It's so cool, and I really like that. It was just really well made, and like I said, when they changed artist style, when they changed the artist, I didn't like the style because I'm like I said, I just love David Ayer's art, and it just fits perfectly with Hawkeye. So yeah, really, really great series. Like I said, I love this. And then I read The Strain Volume 2, and this is a good series, but not, I don't know why, but I keep mixing this series up with other series like Outcast and other horror series, and it seems like every time I read this, I need to like refresh my memory of the characters because I don't know why, but I don't really care about the characters, and I don't really have one that's my favorite or that I really want to know what's. I don't know. It's okay. I'm gonna continue reading it and I'm gonna finish it. And I think the TV show could be really cool, but the series is just okay, I guess. And then I read a more cozy kind of graphic novel, and that was Relish, and it's a graphic novel about food. It's really cutely drawn, and it was a nice, cozy read. Not, I don't have that much to say about it. It's not the best that I've read, but it was nice and different from the all the other stuff that I read currently. And then I read a series that's just awesome and that everyone loves, and that was Saga Volume 6. I don't want this to end. I mean, not this, I mean, the series as well, but also this volume, because it took, I mean, I tried so hard just to read like one issue maximum each night just to make it last longer, but I sort of stuck through with that. Um, but yeah, at the end, I think I just couldn't like I just had to read it all. It's so good. The characters and the style and the colors and the everything. It's just I really care about the characters. I really care what happens, and everything is so exciting, and everything is just so I don't know. It sounds sort of like I'm crying, but I'm not. It's just I'm this series is just so good. It doesn't even compare to like nothing I read because I all the background stories and everything and like the history and all and the cool characters and yeah, it's so good. I want to read volume 7 now. I can't wait. Yeah, maybe I should start like picking up the single issues, but I don't really read single issues, so but that series could be worth it to read like twice, but we will see. Then I read a new series that I'm actually really starting to love, and that is Tokyo Ghost Volume 1. And the art in this one is just phenomenal. I mean, the details of everything and the like scenery and the like cool settings and cities and nature like cities that's covered in nature, and like this is so cool, like a really cool dystopian, and it's a lot of full frontal nudity, male nudity, and that's quite uncommon, I think. So that was fun, and the characters are really interesting, and I really like the bad guy. That's like he's talking all these kind of internet slang that's I don't know 5 years old, sort of. So I thought it was a bit weird, but then they called him like a millennia nostalgic, so they actually got away with him talking like this, and I thought that was really clever. And it's just I can't like wrap my head around how awesome this art is. It's just the colors are like a cool like pale sort of tone to it, and like I said, all the details and like this the cool when it takes place in Tokyo and all that. It's just it's just awesome. I'm really loving this. It's it's really my top series at the moment. Highly recommended. And after that, I read Little Nemo, and the art is great because it's drawn by the same artist as Lock and Key, and I really love Rodríguez art, but the story is it was way too childish for me. It felt really like a children kind of fairy tale, and I don't like the repetitiveness, and it's just, yeah, I don't like that kind of fairy tales. Actually, I think they're really boring. So I thought the story wasn't good. So I'm gonna sell this because even though the art is great, it's just no, it doesn't do it for me. So no. And then I read another new series that's called Think Tank Volume 1. And I think the art is really cool, and it's in black and white and like really pretty details, and like the thick. I really like that it's kind of style when it's thick lines and then tinier lines and details. Okay, I'm really bad at explaining this, but yeah, it's a great art. The story was interesting and it was good, but I don't know, the characters really didn't like. I didn't love the characters, so I think I'm not gonna continue with this series, even though it wasn't that bad. But I have more interesting series that I love more, and tons of new series I want to start. So I think I'm gonna stop this series. So I'm gonna sell this one as well, I think. And then I read the Swedish review copy of Dylan Dog and the Empty Letter. The art is nice because it's in color, and more modern than the other books that I've got. So I actually liked the like really cartoony style. The story was okay. I'm not a big fan of short stories and novel like this kind of. I'm not really a big fan of short stories because I don't know. They usually don't like grip me. They usually don't stand out enough. I don't know. I got the big meaning in everything that it was supposed to tell, but no, it was okay. Not that good. And then I read Tokyo Ghoul Volume 3, and it's continue. The art is on point as usual. It's really good. The story is cool and scary and quite sad and at times, and I really enjoyed this series, and I'm definitely gonna continue with it. Then I read a series that was so pretty, but I didn't like the story at all, and that was Batman Little Gotham. The art is by Dustin Nguyen. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. The art is in watercolors, and it's really cute, and it's Batman and it's Gotham, and I thought I would love this, but it's the same thing as Little Nemo. It's a bit repetitive. It's short stories. No, it didn't do it for me. I thought it was also a bit too childish. I like that the art was childish, but the story just was meh. So no, didn't like that one. And then I read Astonishing XMen Volume 1 through and 3, and I'm a huge Whedon fan, so I was really psyched about this. The art in the beginning is really not my style. It looks like old school modern, if that makes any sense. It's just, I don't know, I like soulless or not that original and plain boring, I think, to be honest. Fortunately, the story made up for it, so I still really enjoyed the series, and I'm gonna continue in reading the fourth volume. Then I think I'm gonna stop because I've heard that the series doesn't really. I mean, doesn't stick, like the quality doesn't stick after just Whedon ends writing the story. So I'm just gonna read the fourth one and then I'm gonna stop. But yeah, like I said, artwork not my cup of tea. It gets better, I think. It's some pages are actually really pretty, but most of them are just meh. And yeah, but the story was nice. I didn't really like though that it was like one huge fight after the other. So it was like, oh, this is the end, and this is the biggest fight ever, and then it was like, yeah, I don't know. I like when they mix all these kind of epic fights with more like contemporary, like relationships and like I'm trying to find a word in English, but more kind of like ordinary stuff, like just day-to-day stuff. And like things going on with different characters and they getting to know each other in different ways and stuff like that. I like when most of the story is centered around that, and then like at the end it's a big fight and a fight in the middle or something like that. Sort of like I think some of the Miss Marvel stuff. So you can really get to know the character and her school and everything, and then there's huge fights as well. But other than that, a great series, and I'm definitely gonna read volume 4. And then I read The Strain volume 3, and it's the same thing as the second volume. This series is okay, but it's not really special enough, memorable enough, I think. The art is still good, sort of. I don't know. Lastly, I read Adventure Time Volume 2, and I got the cool mathematical edition, and I love Adventure Time, but I don't know why, but this one didn't really. I don't think it was as good as the first volume. The first volume, I really got that kind of Adventure Time feeling, and I was like really happy that I could have Adventure Time feeling in comics as like the same kind of feeling as the show. But this one I thought was a bit boring, sort of. But I'm definitely gonna read volume 3, and I hope that one is as good as the first volume. And also this looks so pretty in my shelf, so I need to buy this edition for the first volume as well, and then buy the third one. So I'm hoping that the story will pick up and like continue being awesome. And yeah, Adventure Time is awesome. So yeah. And that was the last one for this wrap up. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my comments about these series. Yeah, bye!